Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something that is just incredibly fascinating. We're looking at a complete step-by-step AI blueprint for creating children's vegetable animations. I mean, if you've ever looked at the massive popularity of YouTube Kids channels and wondered, how on earth do they produce so much content? Well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down the exact workflow using artificial intelligence to build an educational cartoon channel totally from scratch. Okay, let's dive right into this. Let me start by asking you a pretty straightforward question. Do you want to create your own cartoon channel? It sounds like this massive, overwhelming undertaking, doesn't it? Normally, you'd need a whole studio of animators, voice actors, and video editors to pull this off, but today we're going to explore the magic of turning just a simple, imaginative idea into a fully animated YouTube Kids channel, and we're relying entirely on accessible AI tools to do the heavy lifting. So, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to hit 6 key areas. Number 1, story and characters. 2, creating 3D images. 3, vegetable animation. 4, voice and lip sync. 5, video editing. And finally, number 6, YouTube channel success.
All right, kicking things off with section 1, story and characters.
Every great animation starts with a blank slate. And for this, we're literally going straight to the vegetable garden. Picture your cast: a tomato, a potato, a carrot, an onion, and maybe a spicy little chili. The very first thing you need to do is write a simple, interesting story around them. Things like the friendship of tomato and carrot, or a school of vegetables. But here's the absolute most important part of this pre-production phase. You can't just write a general summary. You have to prepare a separate, highly detailed description for every single scene involving these characters. Why? Because we have to feed these descriptions to our AI tools scene by scene a bit later on. Moving right along to section 2, creating 3D images. Okay, this is where your written scenes turn into actual visual gold. First, you take those detailed scene descriptions and just ask ChatGPT to write AI image prompts for you. Then, you take those specific prompts and plug them into an image generator. You can use ChatGPT's built-in generator, Leonardo AI, or Ideogram. Your main goal here is to just generate the base static images of your tomato or your carrot in their various scenes. But notice this crucial requirement: 3D Pixar style. You absolutely must pay attention to this part because the key to this entire process is consistency. When you're prompting Leonardo AI or Ideogram, you have to mandate one consistent artistic style across the board. If your carrot looks like a 3D Pixar character in scene 1, but suddenly looks like a flat 2D sketch in scene 2, the illusion is totally broken. Maintaining that identical look across every single scene is what makes it feel like a real professional cartoon.
Which brings us to section 3, vegetable animation.
Look, I know all these software names can sound a bit overwhelming, so let's just lay out a simple cheat sheet. For images, we just talked about ChatGPT, Leonardo, and Ideogram. For the actual movement, the animation part, we're looking at Halo AI, Runway, or Viggle AI. For voice, 11 Labs is the go-to, and editing is handled by CapCut. Keeping this tool stack organized is honestly half the battle won. So what are we actually doing with Halo, Runway, or Viggle? We're adding life. You take those static 3D Pixar-style images and you instruct the AI to add dynamic actions. You make your onion walk, you give your potato some expressive hand movements, make the tomato smile, or have the carrot running around and talking. This step transforms your still pictures into living, breathing characters by adding all those necessary little animation effects. Now for section 4, voice and lip sync. Our characters are moving, but a cartoon obviously isn't complete until we can hear them, right? You've basically got 2 routes here. On one hand, you can use an AI tool like 11 Labs to generate really clear, crisp kids' voices that sound super professional. On the other hand, if you want a more personal touch, or honestly, if you just want to save on credits, you can simply record your own voice manually. Both work perfectly fine depending on what you're going for. But wait, having the audio is really only step 1. The real magic happens with lip sync. This just means latching the generated audio precisely to your character's mouth movements. When your carrot is delivering a moral lesson, you use AI lip syncing features so the mouth opens and closes perfectly in time with the actual words. It's this synchronization that truly sells the character to the kids watching. All right, everything is coming together. Section 5, video editing. When you pull everything into a tool like CapCut, here's your workflow. First, arrange all your animated scenes in chronological order based on that story you wrote. Then, start layering. Add some engaging background music,
Sprinkle in kid-friendly sound effects, the boings, the pops, the whooshes. Add colorful subtitles so they can read along. Use zoom and transitions to keep the visuals feeling really dynamic. And finally, review the entire video top to bottom to fix any little mistakes. It's a really comprehensive process that polishes those rough scenes into a captivating narrative.
And hey, whatever you do, please don't miss this crucial technical detail. After all that hard work generating, animating, and editing, you must export your final masterpiece in 1080p, Full HD. YouTube Kids heavily favors high-quality visuals, and exporting in 1080p ensures your 3D Pixar-style veggies look vibrant and totally professional on any screen they're watched on. Finally, Section 6, YouTube channel success.
So you've got one video. Awesome. But how do you build a real audience? Here's your checklist for long-term success. You want to aim for a high output, creating 1 to 2 videos daily. To do that efficiently, keep those character designs consistent. Make sure your stories are short, funny, and always end with a moral lesson, because parents love that. And lastly, package every single video with a unique, eye-catching title and thumbnail. If you follow this strategy every day, you'll establish a seriously solid footprint on the platform.
So there you have it. We've explored the tools, the workflow, and the channel strategy. The barrier to entry for animation has literally never been lower, and the exact blueprint is right in front of you. So I'll leave you with this to ponder. Now that you have an entire AI animation studio right at your fingertips, what will your first vegetable story be? Think about it. Maybe even start drafting a script today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy animating!